is Luis Girigay. I'm the Senior Global Director for the Digital Solutions Technical Advisors team. And with me, we have Tiffany Amos, the brand new Program Manager for our Digital Solutions Academy. Again, thank you for joining this session. And what we want to do here, well, it's not really a session, it's a roundtable. So we're gonna go through a couple of slides to basically show you what our plan is, what we have been doing, and where we are. And then we're gonna open it up for everybody to ask questions and share feedback and things like that. So again, we announced the ACL Software Academy for Digital Solutions on June 1st, a few weeks or maybe like a month or two after I joined ACL. This is a program that I wanted to start for a long time. And before you ask, yes, we're going to bring back technical certification. That's very close to my heart, as you read when I announced this program, and we're going to bring that back. But before we get there, we have to do a bunch of little things in the middle to make sure that when technical certifications are back, they do have the value that they need to have. So let me give you a quick update on what's going on. Phase one, we already went through it. It's already done. So we start on June 1st with live events and technical sessions. And as you guys know, you probably see that coming from marketing on Twitter, social media, via our Lab Advocates program. We do a lot of technical sessions every week. As of today, we have 13,000 engagements, meaning that 13,000 people that register into these many technical sessions we have been doing. And we are counting. That probably means around 140 to 160 sessions that we have done in the last couple of months. And we do these sessions in multiple languages, right? We do English, Spanish, Italian, French. So one thing I have as a mandate for my team, if you work for my team and you speak a language, we should be presenting a session in that language. So that's already in progress. And we're right now going through phase two. Phase two is we're launching an Academy website, which I'm gonna show you in just a few seconds. And we are in the process of building our learning journeys. And Tiffany's gonna talk about that in a little bit. And we're also gonna build a lot of on-demand education, which, by the way, we already have a lot of it in our Academy website. It's just that we're in the process of launching an LMS, learning management platform or learning management system, that it's gonna be available to all of you guys. And that's where, all these sessions, all these videos, whether it's a 5-minute video or a 30-minute video, they are gonna be organized in a way that you start from the beginning and you end at the end. Basically, you will have a proper flow of education to go through. We're working with badges, so we're gonna have, in addition to the technical certification, we're also gonna have badges in our LMS. Let's say that we have, 20 learning journeys for 10 different products. As you go through these learning journeys, we're also gonna gamify the process, and we're gonna give you badges as you complete this education. And phase three, and this is the one that's coming later in 2021, that's technical certification. And if you are a business partner and you're listening to me right now, we will also include sales certification for our business partners. So yes, this is a very short and kind of 500 miles an hour update on where we are. You guys can read everything on the right, but our goal is to give you as much information, energize the community, make sure that you can be up and running, that you can help your customers, that you can help your organization, and get everything you need, right? From the education and from the technical certification point of view. So actually, before I do that, let me actually show you our website. If you come to our website today, and it's a kind of long URL, but you can just Google ACL Software Academy or ACL Digital Solutions Academy, you see there is a lot of content here. Let me go after Domino, a lot of sessions that we have, a couple of one that are coming up in the next couple of days, but all of these are recorded on-demand sessions that are all available to you. Project 11, which is a project very close to my heart again, which is all about helping our customers to upgrade. A lot of them. Same time, we have quite a few: Verse, Digital Experience, Connections, and Traveler. Now, if you notice, we don't have that many sessions happening in the next couple of days, just because Digital Week was our biggest priority, and we basically consolidated, like 100 sessions into this week. So in the next couple of days, you will see more sessions popping up in the Academy website. So again, come to this, look at every session. We update this website on a weekly basis. I would say sometimes on a daily basis. So bookmark it, make it your homepage, whatever it is, and get updates about what's coming up. Now, once we have the LMS, once we have this new site where all the learning journeys are gonna be, there will be a way for you to actually subscribe or register, and you will get automatic notifications when new content is available. Okay, now let me tell you what's happening in these phases. Live education, again, that's up and running. We have done 150 plus of them. 13,000 people have joined in the last 4 or 5 months. That's good. On-demand education, we're doing 2 approaches. One is, pretty much having all those live technical sessions being recorded and then being made available on demand. But there is also this initiative we're working on right now, which is create shorter segments of education. For example, you can join to a session that is 1 hour long about same time. We talk about architecture, and we talk about this, and we talk about that. That's good. But in addition to that, you should see shorter videos, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, probably no longer than that, into, okay, this is how you install same time community server. This is how you install same time meetings. Or this is how you set up ACL Nomad on your environment. Or this is how you develop your first application with VaultMX. Again, live education will also be on-demand education, but we will also include additional pieces of content like smaller or shorter videos to make your life much, much easier. Labs. So one more time, we are living through a pandemic, travel is restricted. So labs are very, very nice it's a very nice type of education that is amazing when we do it face-to-face, like all sitting on the same office. We're looking at ways to kind of change that. I have done internally at ACL a couple of hands-on labs, completely remote or digital. So we're looking into ways for providing this type of experience to many of you, but again, using a digital approach. But our point is we're going to give you everything you need for you to start experiencing our products and our solutions. And by the way, we are already doing that with a Vault. You can come to our ACL Domino Vault Sandbox. We actually deliver probably close to 15 to 20 labs or hands-on labs in the last couple of months, where everybody joined the sessions and they were actually using our sandbox as the environment for them to go through the entire education or the entire lab. So we're going to try to do the same for other products and other solutions as well. Incentive program and badges, we talk about that. As you go through these learning journeys, you're gonna get badges. As part of this new Academy initiative, we also came up with the idea of content review boards and technical review boards. When I brought Tiffany to my team and I was explaining to Tiffany like why I wanted to create these new boards, she was pretty excited because this is pretty much open sourcing or crowdsourcing our education initiative. And Tiffany's going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. And finally, again, technical certification, that's how you prove, you are an SME. That's how you can go to your customers and say, hey, look, I'm the top of the top. Or that's how in the organization you can, many, many times, and I actually went through that when I was a business partner, the more certification you have, the more opportunity of growth in your company. So Tiffany, what about if you walk us through the content review boards and the technical review board? The technical certification review board.
Absolutely, will do. Hi, everyone. As Louise mentioned, my name is Tiffany Amos, and I'm the program manager for the Academy. And it's my mission and the mission of the Academy to bring product experts to the table across our digital solutions portfolio to create education for you, our customers, as well as for our partners. And, Louise has taken you through the phases of the Academy and what we hope to achieve in each one of these phases. And we have a big strategy here across all that we want to achieve. And in order to do all of this, this is, again, it's not a one man or a one woman show. This is where the experts come in, right? So we have built and we are building content review boards for each of the products within the portfolio that's experts across the board, from our internal teams, from support, from development, product management, and so on. So many folks that are joined with us to be members of the board. And we also want to include you as well, our customer, right? And our partners, because you're who we're servicing in this. And it's going to be important for us to get your perspective on what we're putting out as well. So we would love to see you become a part of our content review boards. Now, this team is going to work closely together to scope and plan the learning journeys that Louise has mentioned earlier. If you take a look at the diagram to your right there, you'll see a sample of a product content review board. And as you can see, this content review board is built out 3 learning journey paths for the citizen developer, who may be an individual with low code or small amount of code expertise that they're wanting to learn, through these paths of creating an outline for the fundamentals or the basics or intermediate plans, or also for advanced plans. Then they have another one for the administrator, the person who deploys, sets up, and configures the environment, works with the users. And they have a path that you go through to learn about the fundamentals, the intermediate course modules, and advanced course modules as well. And then you have the developer, someone who's interested in coding and creating features and functions. What does that path look like? This is what the content review board will come together to scope and outline. And as you go through these learning journeys, once we get our learning platform available, we'll be able to set up those quizzes and those assessments and those hands-on labs, and set up the badging so that as you complete a course, you earn a badge, or as you complete a learning journey, you earn a badge. So these are all the type of things that the content review board will come together and assist with creating. So this is where we want those experts to come on board and help us pull this information together, right? Identify gaps in learning areas that we may need additional information for, because we have tons of information out there, but it's going to be important that we identify whatever gaps that we may have so that we build that content and put it in as a part of the learning journeys as well. So this is a quick sample of what the content review board will do. Now, as you heard, the content review board creates this beautiful outline. They've got this, fabulous plan for people to go through in their learning journeys. But that's when we need content creators to come on board and assist with writing or creating the content for those particular modules. As you can see on the right, there's just an example of, a fundamentals journey, intermediate journey, and advanced. If you're an expert in any of those areas and you say, I know exactly how to do backup and restore for the DX product, right, for digital experience, you can sign up and say, I want to be the expert that provides that content for that particular module. And this is what we do. And we have guidelines and templates that can be used so that we have a consistent experience across all of our products, not just one or the other. So this is what content creators will do. And keep in mind that if you, depending on your area of expertise, if you're interested in becoming or working on the content creation, you can do that. Or if you would like to also plan and scope the learning journeys, you can do that as well. And a lot of you are already doing these efforts. So it's going to be easy to just put you into the pipeline and into the process that we're building to have this content created. So if you go ahead and move to the next slide, thank you. So the final board that we want to talk about is the Technical Certification Board. And as Luis mentioned, this is coming in 2021. And, you know, if you guys remember our certification exams that we used to have for our products, we are bringing that back. You know, coming in 2021, we want to have the ability to take these learning journeys, take the product documentation, and create certification exams that will allow people to show their expertise and skills on all of our products across the portfolio. So you'd be responsible for, so if you wanted to participate on the Technical Certification Board, you would be responsible for creating the test questions, the format, determining the exam length, the language availability, and all of the things that comprise creation of a certification program. And the cool thing about this is that at the end, if you participate in our certification board and launch an actual certification exam, you have the potential to earn your certification by participating on the board. So this is an awesome opportunity for you, our customers, for you, our partners, to partner with all of us as a part of a community to build something wonderful here that we're looking to create. So that's the content I wanted on the Technical Certification Board. Again, as Luis mentioned, we wanted to keep this short and sweet, but at this time, we'd like to open it up and hear from you, right? This is a roundtable. If there are questions or feedback that you guys share, please do come off mute and let us know.
And Tiffany, I don't believe you guys can go off mute, but I'm looking at all the Q&A. So go into your meeting WebEx event thing and look for the Q&A panel. I see a lot of questions coming up. So a couple of them. What is the target date for certifications be required for business partners to sell? I won't be able to answer that question here. Please talk to your business partner rep or your business partner team, but they will notify that timeline very, very soon. Somebody's saying, I love it, thank you. Is there a cost for the certification? So no, our education initiative is all free of cost. However, if you are required to take a certification exam, some of these vendors, they actually charge for it, right? So we haven't gotten to that part yet. As you saw, this is kind of 2021. But the moment you do, that's going to be something you will have to pay to the exam provider, not to ACL. Can I participate in the creation and review board? Absolutely. You see that email on the screen right now? Now, guys, one thing I want to highlight. We talked about the Academy a few weeks ago at another conference at Collabsphere, and I got 20 emails saying, I want to be part of the review board. Only one person said, I want to be a content creator. So let's be realistic, right? We cannot have 100 bosses and only one employee, okay? So let's make sure that, if you want to participate in the content review board, so Tiffany, we probably should talk about this. We should probably make it a requirement that for you to be part of the review board, you need to create at least one piece of content.
I like it.
Yeah, because again, too many people reviewing the content created by no one.
Right.
Okay, so a few more questions here. Can these badges be used for kind of linking and things like that? I would say yes. So I'm working with Tim Clark, and many of you guys, especially the ambassadors, you have seen the Open Badger certification kind of agency we use. So we're going to keep using Open Badger. That's kind of the open standard for this type of initiative. And my understanding is, yes, you will be able to promote these badges anywhere you want. Okay, what else? Guys, keep the questions coming. I apologize for the format, that you kind of have to ask the question, but do the creation and review board also get super cool badges? And are they going to be the most cool looking of all? Yeah. So we have a design team, and if you know Tony Blake and Liam and Tim Clark, they are part of our user experience team, and they will be the one helping with all these badges creation and design. And yes, they will be pretty awesome. They will be pretty good looking. and we might also get a couple of t-shirts for you guys with those badges. And I'm actually telling Tim Clark that we should also make, these badges, not a requirement, but like cherry on top if you want to be an ambassador. Oh, there you go. Liam is saying they will be very cool. Of course, I will be creating them. So Liam is our senior designer, so that's good. That's good. By the way, Liam was also the person that designed this pretty cool logo for us. I love how this little triangle's playing, especially when you play the videos. Okay, guys, please ask questions. Okay, somebody's saying that, okay, I want to get a new, somebody new from college or somebody that doesn't know anything about our products. What would be the path for that person? Yes, it will be the learning journeys. Mm-hmm. We're going to have learning journeys for experience, digital solutions professionals, like somebody that already know Domino, but let's say Domino 12, Domino 13, or Volt MX, version 11, it's now out. We're going to have kind of the update or the upgrade learning journey. But for someone that doesn't know our products, yes, we're going to look into creating a lot of content, like from zero to hero kind of thing, that will teach people even the basic concept of what's a Domino NSF or what it is Domino replication. And funny enough, and this is going to give you guys an idea of what's happening with our products, we actually have a lot of customers and a lot of business partners that are new to digital solutions. They love what they see, and they are saying, hey, this product, Volt or Domino or, Connection, that's pretty cool. We want to buy it, but can we get some education? So we're getting a lot of demand from people that never were part of the IBM community. They were never part of the Lotus community. They are just literally coming to us, ACL Software, as a brand new company. So yes, we're going to be creating a lot of that. So Tim, I'm going to let you answer a couple of questions.
Yeah, I see a question here from I see a question here from Avery. She says, I have several ideas on articles and content for the creation side of this that you sent over, and you wanted to start writing it now while in quarantine. I understand. What's the best way to present it to us, and when we will be accepting information? So Avery, I did get your email, and I'd like to set up some time with you, and we can discuss that for sure. This is a part of what we'll do. So I'll reach out to you offline, and then we can talk through what ideas you have and how we go about getting that into the platform. So I'll be reaching out to you. All right, another question from Seth. He says, will there be training for Volt MX in the new LMS? Absolutely, Seth, there will be. We are bringing that online as well. We have plans that we're working on as we speak to make sure that we have Volt MX content available for you as well. So this is a very good question. So that product will be available first part of the year once we launch.
So Tiffany, my inbox is kind of crashing right now because I'm getting a lot of emails from people that they want to participate. So two people actually said in the subject line, I want to be a content creator. So yes, awesome. That's what we need.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Let's see. There's another question from Bernard, I think. Will there also be a learning journal for developers and administrators coming from earlier versions? Yeah, so that's the point of all of this. That's the fundamentals. So if you're coming from earlier versions, we want to make sure that we, close any gaps, right, for your content. So you're going to have a beginner path or a fundamentals path that's going to teach you the basics. Then you ramp up to your intermediate content and then your advanced content. So absolutely, there's going to be paths for developers and administrators, even if you're coming from earlier versions of the product as well. Let's see, Jean says, for certifications under IBM, once you had a certification, there were upgrade exams to the next version, so you didn't have to start new. Will we have to start over with HCL certifications since several versions have released since last exams were available? That's a very good question. Luis, I don't know if we, what we have in plans for that at this point.
This is probably one of the things that we as a technical certification review board might want to validate. And guys, what I'm going to say right now is not final. It's just something that I'm kind of, open mic for everybody. But maybe one thing we can do, Tiffany, is that someone that have, like, for example, a certified in Domino 7, 8, and 9, right? Given that we didn't have a Domino 10, we might be able to create a certification path for either Domino 11 or Domino 12, whatever we are at that moment. So yes, I mean, why not, right? So hey, you have been certified for so many years, you put a lot of work and effort. I mean, it's not your fault that there was no certification for 9 or 10 or 11, whatever. Yes, we're going to look with the certification review board into creating maybe a special exam just to take you from whatever you were left, right, into the latest version. We might be able to do that for other products. We might not. I don't know. And by the way, personally, I'm very attracted to that because I do hold a lot of certifications for products, right, that I didn't continue because there were no more exams. But absolutely, we might look into that.
Andreas says, could you stop sharing the last slide so that we can see your faces?
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's do that right now.
There he is. All right,
Okay,
so let's see, what other questions do we have? Anyone else? Did we miss one? Let me just go back up to the top, make sure we didn't skip anybody. I see you, Guinea. Are we saying we can't just keep taking and not giving back?
No, you have to give back, guys. You have to give back.
You do, you do. All right, so let's see. I think we've answered a lot of the questions. Again, guys, go ahead. This is the time. We are excited to hear from you. Any questions or that you may have on what we're projecting to do for the future, or if you have any feedback or comments on you know, things that we've already done that you've been taking advantage of.
By the way, Andreas was the one asking to stop sharing. Andreas, I know you. I know you're very good. I would expect an email from you saying that you want to help creating some content. And not to put anybody on the spot, I should kind of stop doing that. But ambassadors, you guys are, you know, ambassadors. You should be kind of, you know, front and center building content and participating in this content review board for us. Christoph, hey, Christoph, that's another one that I should see a lot of content coming from you, Chris, right?
Yes, thank you for attending, Christoph. Appreciate it. All right,
so guys,
I don't see any other questions. Oh, go ahead, Luis.
Actually, yeah, two more.
Oh,
what about videos created to be shared? Do you have a platform we can? Yeah, so that's actually a good question. So I mentioned the LMS. Actually, Tiffany and I, we are already working on the LMS kind of pilot program, and we are defining what our content looks like on the LMS. So once you become part of the Academy as a reviewer, as a content creator, or whatever it is, the LMS, it's going to be where all these learning journeys are going to go. So it's not like, oh, somebody's going to put it on YouTube, somebody's going to put it somewhere else, or Bright Talk, or whatever. No. We want to make this nice and, you know, properly done, right? The LMS is going to be the one and only place where you will get education from ACL Digital Solutions. OpenNTF, they have amazing videos as well. We will work with them. Maybe we will kind of cross-reference. I'm not going to ask anybody to stop doing what you're doing and come to me. If you want to, we will welcome you with open arms, but at least we will make sure that there is coordination and communication between the different user groups. And Tim Clark and I, we work together a lot. And Tim Clark and I, we have been discussing how the Academy is also going to play a role into all the user groups. Not to take ownership or any of that, it's just to make sure that we're not overlapping, we're not stepping on each other's toes, and we just do whatever is best for the community.
Exactly. Another question from Rob N. Gosh, my screen keeps switching up as questions come through. Rob says the skill set for creating content and writing exams are different. Did you mention asking for help writing and reviewing exams? I may have missed it. So Rob, that would be the technical certification board, right? That would be the group that would be responsible for writing those exams and reviewing those exams. So any volunteers that would be interested in working on that vein or in that vein would be a part of the technical certification board.
So there was a question from Lucas about it sounds quite complicated to be certified. Well, this is kind of a funny question because getting certified, it's all about proving you're an expert, number one, right? So the certifications are not going to be, hey, how do you spell domino? No, the certification is going to be, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to start giving the questions right now, but you know, the whole idea is that, you know, certifications are to prove you are an expert. Now we're going to have exams like in the old days where you go and you go through the exams. And I participated in many exam projects before, and I know many of you did it. I don't know if Roberto is on the call, but we're going to make it easy to follow. The exams, whether it's going to be easy or hard, that's not for us to discuss right now. But we're going to make the process very simple. Okay, we're going to make the process in a way that anyone, as long as you're an expert, you can get certified. By the way, for Vault MX in particular, we might do that for Domino and Vault maybe, but we're also looking not only at the standard exam, like, you know, 5 options, you select an answer next. We're also looking at practical exams, right? We're also looking at ways that, oh, you know, you want to get certified in Vault MX? Okay, this is the app. You have to write. You submit the app, the review board review the app, and then you get certified. So again, that's later in 2021. So I don't want to, you know, say too much about it, but that might be happening. Tiffany, I think
we're running. Yeah, we're running out of time. We're out of time, actually. Thank you guys so much for all of the information and questions. Keep them coming. Luis shared an email address there with you guys. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us. I know we're excited to get on to the next sessions. Please continue to enjoy the conference. Thank you guys for your time and attention, and make it a great day, and stay safe out there.